Hello, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji, and I'm here doing the monthly reading for our Sagittarius folks for the month of September 2016. So we'll start with your general theme for the month, and then we'll give you a little bit more information about different things that are going to be coming up for you for this month. And we'll go ahead and get started. So we have the Six of Air as a theme for you guys for the month of September. And Sag, what this means for you guys is it really is about coming out of the forest. If you look at this picture, it's kind of like you're coming out of a difficult situation, a difficult time, and it feels like you can breathe a little bit easier now. Things are getting a little bit lighter for you, okay? And the other piece of this, the other thing that I see around this is being able to let go of some things that maybe were holding you back or bogging you down, that type of thing. And this can be physical objects. So you might have been doing some kind of cleaning and clearing out type of things, but I just see you being able to let go of things more easily. And also that also means like letting things roll off your shoulders a little bit more easily too, rather than taking things so personally. So I feel like that, because the air stuff is about sort of the head and what's going on in the head, and so I feel like you've shifted around that. The other thing that I see with this is, so I'm seeing that you're going to be taking a trip, and this is something that is taking a little bit more planning. So it's not just like a weekend trip. It's a little longer trip, maybe further distance. Could even be like, you know, if you're going from the U.S. to Europe or vice versa, that type of thing. I'm just seeing more planning going on. So just something that's going to be coming up for you. So you may be doing the planning this month, or you may actually be taking the trip this month. That's not completely clear to me. Some of you, I feel like it's maybe more like 6 months out that you're going to be doing the trip. And others of you, you've been planning it for a little while and it's coming up very soon. So that's what we have for the general theme for the month of September for Sag. So let's see what else we got going on for you. So people often ask me, you know, how do you know which cards to pick? And I'm just literally, they kind of are whispering in my ear as I'm doing it. This one, that one, this one, oh no, this one. That's kind of how that works. So it's always interesting to me and fascinating, but you can't do this work and be in your head at the same time. So I just like let them send the information through me. So we have another air card. So the past or the basis of the situation, this is things that have already been happening for you, and so they're wanting to help shed some light on this and also show the connection there. The Page of Air, the air cards of course are all about the intellect, about head, mental stuff, that type of thing. And this is a duality card. So on the one hand it's about a person, on the other hand it's about a circumstance or experience. And of course the person, when you think of somebody that has these air qualities, they're very logical, like they're, you know, they're in their head kind of a bit. They have a very much a curiosity about things. So they may be somebody that asks a lot of questions because they're just interested in how things work, and they ask a lot of questions to be able to get that information. And then they're also somebody that can be very impulsive. So they might not plan things very well. They might just like, oh yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go do that, without really completely getting in touch with their body about whether that's a good plan for them or not. And this person, the Page of Air comes through as, you know, pages are women, but this could be a man as well. And I actually feel like for some of you, this is a father figure that's coming through around this. So this is somebody that would have been, you know, in your life for a very, very long time, a father figure type of person, and someone that you've looked up to. So someone that, you know, you've been impressed by what they've been able to accomplish in their life. You feel like they sort of have a magic touch, if you will. And so there's someone that you have looked up to. And this could be a mentor, that's another possibility as well. And part of what's coming through with this card, so the other side of this is about getting some information that you're not really wanting to hear. Okay, so sometimes we get information or guidance or things come through and we resist it, or the way that it's delivered to us is just rotten. Like it just feels so icky. But the fact of the matter is you need the information, like it's got to get to you. And so the way that it was delivered may have not been the best, but it is what it is, okay? So just rather than harping and going back and you know, back and forth on, oh my gosh, they shouldn't have done this, they shouldn't have said it that way, they shouldn't have, you know, whatever. Let that go and just be like, okay, now what? Here's this information I have, now what? Okay? So forgetting about, you know, what happened in the past, just what can you do now to move forward? How can you react differently to this than you would have before so that you can evolve it forward? Okay? And part of this is so frustrating for you guys because it means delays or changes in what you had planned, okay? And that's where you just find yourself being like kind of pissy about it because you're like, dang it, I thought I had this rolling and now here's another, you know, stumbling block type of thing. Something else in your way and you got to go up over it or you got to go around it. You got to figure it out, okay? Well, the reason this is coming up again for you guys, this is not new. You know this. It's not new. It's a pattern. And the reason it's coming up again right now is so that you can react differently than you ever have before and evolve it forward, okay? So I really encourage you to take some time to go within and whatever emotions are coming up, actually feel them. Okay, don't brush them aside, don't stuff them, don't do any of that. Just feel them. And like, where do you feel that in your body? Where is it? Right now I'm feeling it in my throat for you guys. Wow. They do, my angels and guides communicate with me that way where I'll actually feel things in my body that you may be feeling, and I'm feeling this in your throat. Like maybe you didn't speak up about something, or maybe you are just feeling like your voice has been silenced, if you will. Okay, so that's what I'm getting around that. It's time to do it differently this time. Okay, that's the biggest point in all this. All right, and then we have the Two of Fire. So Sages, the fire cards are all about passion and action, okay? And Two of Fire, I mean, of course, the two in Feng Shui is related to partnership, right? Pairs of things. So I feel like this has to do a little bit with your partnership or your relationship piece of things. And it's like you've really come into yourself. Like you have almost shed like some false ways of being that you were doing. And again, that's maybe where that shedding is coming from, is kind of shedding that old self that wasn't genuine, that wasn't authentic, that wasn't true. And now you've really stepped up into who you really are. And it feels so good, regardless of who is around you. It doesn't really matter to you because you've got you and you're like solid in yourself. So I do see new partnerships coming through. So for those of you that aren't in a relationship, even though this doesn't always necessarily relate to partnership, I feel like it does in this card because of the fire and the pair of things. So new partnerships, new contracts. It could be business partners as well, or getting a new job type of thing. That's a potentiality here as well. And again, it's about moving forward. So you're on your path, and it's about continuing to move forward as you go along, and being cool with whatever comes up. Like I really feel like you guys have gotten to a point where you just like you let the water run off you. You let that sort of run off of you, and you're not getting your undies in a bundle about stuff, if you will. Okay, so then we have Archangel Jophiel, and this is the Ego card, okay? And the Ego card, Jophiel, of course, is our Feng Shui angel, so I just want to point that out, that Jophiel is all about beauty in your physical space, and is all about nature and that type of thing. And part of what comes up around this is that you've kind of come into your own. So what I want to liken this to is a caterpillar. So when a caterpillar goes to become a butterfly, it's really, when it's in the cocoon, it really feels like it's trapped, right? It feels like it's, like stuck in there, and yet that restriction helps make it stronger so that its wings can actually work when it comes out of that. So this sense of, or this feeling of being trapped is really just an illusion for you. It's not real. You will fly. It's just you're building up that strength, that internal strength, right? And you've been a little bit too focused on material stuff, as if they're saying. There's no other easy way to say that. And so sometimes you get caught up in like the stuff, material stuff, and that's not what life is about. Life isn't about the stuff. So I'm hoping that you've been able to let go of stuff that no longer brings you joy, that you don't really need, because there's other people out there that can use that stuff and could really enjoy it. And then the other piece of the entrapment, of course, is with the thoughts. And so we had a couple air cards come up for you guys, and that does tend to indicate that you're in your head too much rather than getting in your heart. And how do you get in your heart? Get quiet, meditate, walk outside, do those things that you can do with your hands that are, where you're physically in your body, right? Anything you can do with your hands, cooking, drawing, coloring, crocheting, just things that you can do with your hands will help you get out of your head, and of course, just being quiet, get into your heart, right? Okay. So let's keep moving. We are going to draw some cards now from the Archangel Oracle deck. So this will be just some more information. Typically these are additional angels that want to help you in the month of September. So that's what we're going to be pulling through for you now. Oops, and that one. All right, I think I'm going to switch those around. Okay. All right. I see why they wanted to switch that. Now, okay, so we have Archangel Michael coming through, letting you know that you are safe. So as you get your wings strong to be able to fly, you are safe and protected. Your family is safe. Your home is safe. You are being protected from the lower energies, and I feel like you've gotten some maybe good rituals or things in place now where you're keeping your energy field protected and cleared. If you ever feel like just it's sticky or anything like that, you can always obviously clear your space. You can use sage to clear yourself, but also you can just ask Archangel Michael to come in and clear your field, right? To cut cords with anyone that you're attached to, that where you're not feeling yourself. Michael is good to a good one to help you with that. And he's just protecting you, right, throughout this process. And then Archangel Metatron is coming through. So what you need to know or work on right now is about clearing your chakras. And again, I felt that that throat chakra is being really stuck. Really cloggy is what I was feeling around that. And so Archangel Metatron wants you to call upon him to help clear your chakras. And part of what this is like, it's about getting yourself sort of organized and set up for what's coming, because September is going to be a wild month. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming at you, and thankfully you've learned to kind of brush things off your shoulders, right? But you also need to keep your chakras clear so that you can stay in balance. And of course, one thing that you can always do is to take a salt bath. So if you're feeling, just not yourself, get in a salt bath, and that will really help. I typically will put quite a bit of sea salt and then maybe like 3 tablespoons of baking soda. You can also add Epsom salt in there as well. If you have sore muscles, that is a bonus that can help that as well. But that will help clear your auric field. So that's something that you can do. Okay, so you guys, Sagas, are, we have the indigo and crystal children. So what I'm getting around this is many of you have children of your own that are these indigo or crystal children, okay? So they are more sensitive as well, and that can oftentimes be challenging for you because here you are, this empath, and you're taking on other people's stuff, and then you have these children that are doing the same thing. So all of y'all, use an expression from my cousins in the South, all of y'all need to really keep your energy field clear. So if the kids are running amok and just don't, you know, cranky, whatever, get them an salt bath also. That can really help. And Metatron, so interesting that Metatron came through twice, but just really, he's letting you know that you have a special bond with them, and a big part of it is because you've been through that. Like that was part of what you experienced growing up, is the sensitivity, and so you understand when they don't want to be around people. You understand if they want to just like hang out in their room, right? Because they're trying to recharge their batteries. They're trying to get back to themselves is what they're trying to do. So be understanding of that, and just know that even if you don't have your own children, it might be other children that you come in contact with. So it could be nieces or nephews, that type of thing. And those are little ones that can use your help too, okay? And then the reason I say I know why they gave this one the last one. So for our Sages, we've got a hello from heaven. This is Archangel Azrael. And so what I'm getting around this, so what tends to happen, I'm going to give you a little bit of information what they'll bring through now, but I'm being called now in the deep dive reading to pull cards specifically for messages from this person that's coming through for you. So this is someone that has passed over, of course. They're not someone that's living. And what I'm getting around this is that this is a female, is what I'm getting. And I feel like it's a female with blonde or red hair is what I'm getting. Or long hair, like I'm just seeing long hair. And again, blonde or red can be the tinge to it as well. And what I'm seeing around this person is that they were someone that was very, in their life, was a very gentle soul. So they might have been somebody that was sort of introverted or quiet. They wouldn't be someone that would have been like speaking on stages or anything like that. They would have been more behind the scenes. They might have been, you know, just a homemaker type of thing, where they didn't necessarily have a job out in the world, or if they did, it was something behind the scenes is what I'm getting. And they're wanting to let you know that they're doing fine. They really, really are. And they so wish that you could see things from their perspective, because sometimes you get so much in your head with all these air cards, Sages. Sometimes you get so much in your head that you forget, like, that the only thing that's real is love. That's the only thing that's real in all of this. The rest of it's an illusion. And so when we get all upset about different things, it's like we're getting upset about something that is just meant to be a message for us, okay? And so they're just wanting to send you that love right now, surrounding you with that love and light, and letting you know that they are there to help you. And they do send you messages. So I feel like it's something to do with lights. So they maybe flicker the lights, or, you know, you have light bulbs that burn out consistently. I'm just seeing something to do with electrical energy or lights that they play around with for you, and that's just their way of letting you know that they're there, right? So that's what we have for you, Sages. Stay tuned for the next little video to hear a little bit more about my deep dive readings that I'm offering. And for now, take time to relax, have fun, and enjoy your life. Much love to you, Sag. Hi, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji here again, and I want to just share with you a little bit more about my monthly deep dive reading membership that I'm offering. And this is going to give you a lot more information about 4 specific areas in your life. So that would be your health, which includes your physical, mental, emotional, and of course spiritual health. And then the second area is your finances. So what's happening with your money for that particular month. And then thirdly will be your career or your life purpose. What are you here for? And then the last area, of course, the fourth area is your romantic relationships. So we're going to go deep dive into each one of these particular areas. And it's not just a concept or ideas that I'm giving you. I'm actually going to give you real world action steps to take and the support to be able to do that. So much of the information that I'm going to be sharing are things that concepts and ideas, but also the action steps that I give to my private coaching clients. So it's really like having me as your private coach is a big piece of it. And the other thing that you're going to get in the deep dive readings is feng shui tips that I don't normally give in the broader readings, and special adjustments, special things that you can do to help shift the energy in your space. So lots of really cool things around that. The other thing that you're going to get is you will get monthly, you actually get some bonuses with this. So the bonuses that you get are my Archangel Insight Guide. So that's going to give you actually a handy chart for each one of the 15 archangels, and it tells you kind of their colors, what the stones that are associated with them, what types of things you can call upon them for. And then also you'll get Archangel invocations, and those will be for specific angels and words that you can use to call upon them. So those are two bonuses that you'll get. And the third bonus is a meditation, and this is related to it's a grounding meditation, and you're going to get it as an audio, which I haven't offered before. So this is something that's strictly exclusively for my angel reading membership members. And you guys get the readings in your email inbox, and you'll also get an audio version of both the general reading as well as the deep dive reading, so that you can listen to it again during the month to get further tips and actions. And then the other thing that you'll get with the membership is you will have a more like actual documents and things like that to help you work through the different processes. So you'll get sort of the support behind the actions that I'm giving you. I may give you an action step, and then I'll have a document that will help explain that. Or I might do a special audio for you around that. You also get a discount on all of my private readings, and that's something that you get as long as you are a member. So that's a really cool advantage that you get as well. And then as I roll out different feng shui courses and different things like that, the members will actually get discounts on those as well. So there's lots of juicy things that you can get from it. And of course, it's that sense of peace and calm, that sense of guidance, that you have someone that's there for you, and the information that you need to make your life easier. So take a look at the link below. There's a link below to check out all the juicy details. You can, of course, just order a single deep dive reading. That's always available to you. And then you can also order, be part of the membership, where you get all of those juicy things that I just talked to you about. And that you can do on a monthly basis, where you're billed monthly, or you can pay upfront for it and save a little bit of money. I think it saves you about $10, $10, something like that, to pay for it all up front. And then you get that information on a monthly basis. So check it out below. Much love to you, and enjoy your day.